then the challenge is to focus every week on being your best and being the hardest playing team in the country and getting our job done. So, that's what these guys are doing. Different group, different dynamic, and different coaching staff, different chemistry. Just everything about it's different. So, and that's what I said to the guys the other day. Again, we're writing a different story right now, and we're in control of that. And that's what's great about being at Ohio State. You're in control of what's going on, and that's it. That's what we're going to focus on, what we can control, and then the rest of it is just noise, and we have to stay focused this time of season. He's had a full week of practice. Yeah.
Right next door. Brian, do all the that your defense gets, and obviously going to put penalty having them, maybe Jalen McClain's not a guy who makes any potential for the job and time. He's still very good in his football career. What has impressed you about his stability throughout the season? His first 3 years.
Yeah, well, his play, he's physical. You can feel his presence when he's out there. We say it all the time. You got to be felt when you're on the field with your physicality and the way you play, and that's the way he is. And I think he feeds off of Caleb. He's watched Caleb, and they work together. They communicate well. He's playing good football. Plays on special teams, and he's a smart player. Good ball skills. All the above. So. He's a major part of our defense and somebody that, maybe, again, wasn't a household name coming into the season, but is one now.
Ryan, how have Parnell and Jeremiah made it through?
Yeah, they're working hard to get back on the field, and that's it. I mean, that's what they're focused on, and I don't really have much more of an update other than that.
Right in front, Joe. I know you talked about it a little bit yesterday, but this week being what it is for what next week is, talked about how mature this group is for how young they are. Is this week kind of the ultimate test of that maturity to see how they act before next week happens?
I mean, every week is a test, and how we master each week in terms of our process is what we're looking for. And it's easy to lose focus on what's going on right now when throughout the season there's different things that can drift you away from what needs to be where all your energy needs to be. And that's it. So that's what we're going to do this week. And that's been a message all along, and it's not going to change next week either. It's from Sunday all the way till we play the game. The foot hits the ball. We got to be focused on our opponent. And, that's what it's going to come down to in the end. So, every game we got to take care of the football. Every game we got to tackle well. Every game we got to block. Every game we got to, win the X-play battle, everything that comes with these games. So, but this time of year, certainly it's easy to lose focus, and we can't do that. And I think for the most part, we've done that this season, but we have to continue to do that. And that's it. As the noise gets louder, we have to continue to stay focused on our individual jobs, whether it's coaches or players, making sure that we're doing our part as a team to help us reach our goals. And that's it. The rest of it is stuff that we can't control or stuff that doesn't matter. Well, there was good things there, and we need everybody to step up this time of year in terms of depth. There was definitely, you guys saw good plays out there, and but there was things now that are on film that they can grow from, and then get back to work, and guys trust them when they get on the field. That's important. So there's definitely good things there, and they're going to have opportunities again this weekend.
Time for two more. We'll go to Steve. I don't think we've asked you about CJ, who also didn't play on Saturday. How's he looked last couple days of practice?
Good. He's strong and had a good day of practice today.
And then we'll wrap it up with Tim.
Yeah, Brian, do you give you and the coaching staff credit for sticking with the run game? I mean, sometimes I would think that might be hard to do, but the way it has blossomed, I know you're going to face tougher defenses down the road, perhaps. But what is just your take on how y'all stuck with it and let this thing be?
Well, it takes work, and there's a lot that goes with it. There's the offensive line and finding the right schemes that fit what they do, and then there's the running backs, seeing it and hitting it and feeling it, and the tight ends are involved, the wide receiver. I mean, everybody's involved with it, so it's not just something that you do once in a while. I mean, you gotta major in it, and that's how you control the game. So we're always looking for balance, but the run game is something you got to pound on every day.
All right,
Thanks, guys.
Oh,
How we doing?
This team hasn't had a close game since the opener. Every other team in the country has had close calls. You guys haven't. Is that? I mean, obviously that's a good thing. You want to blow out everybody. Is there any concern on your part of teams that haven't really been tested? You haven't had to fight back from behind, all that kind of stuff, and obviously big tests are ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've played some good teams. I think we've been in some hard moments. I think at times we might make it look easy because I think we're doing what we're supposed to do. So we say every game's about us. So that's what it is. I mean, it's not based on how talented their team is. It's how well do we execute. How well we how hard are we playing? How physical are we playing? And stuff like that. Obviously we know we're going to play better teams as long as the season goes. So you just got to understand that. Just make sure you're staying on top of your stuff and staying diligent with what you're doing. I think Coach Jay does a great job with that. Man, it means a lot to me. I think the past 4 years flew by. So just trying to, take in each and every moment.
Sonny, when you think about the senior class, what do you want you guys to do?
Man, I think just a bunch of, bigger than football players. I think good men, good teammates. I think a lot of guys on this team are going to end up being great fathers, great husbands, and stuff like that. And obviously, you want to be remembered as national champions. Hopefully, we can, achieve all of our goals this year and be the first team in Ohio State history to be back to back. But yeah, I think it's bigger than football, and I think a lot of other guys will say the same thing.
How is it going to work this year day with your brother, Lorenzo?
Oh, it's awesome. Got a lot of family coming for this game. So it's gonna be a super cool moment. Just taking it all in and just trying to make the most of it. Oh yeah, he's a lot faster than me. So, man, I was super excited for him because I know he's been waiting on that moment. He's kind of been in and out of the lineup at a returner. So he's been waiting for his chance, and he got it. He made the most of it. I was super excited for him.
kind of circling back to the question that Bill asked earlier. Does it? I mean, obviously, you guys are going to attack the same way. You're chasing history, all of that. But does it feel any different last year to this year? Where last year you had that loss to Oregon midway through the season, you were kind of battling some adversity. Whereas this year you've been, number one team in the country through most of the year, dominating everyone here recently.
Yeah, I mean, I think this year we're so hard on ourselves, and we're so nitpicky with each game, whether if we win by 40 or win by 20, 15, whatever it is. I think we're so nitpicky with every little detail of the game. So I think we're staying on top of our stuff, and we're ready for the hard games. Yeah, I think he's a wonderful teacher of the game. So I think it's bigger than scheme. He's able to help us understand football in general. And, the way he's teaching the scheme and, understanding concepts and stuff like that, we're able to adapt it and, do a lot of different variations because we understand all the different concepts. I just think the way it just felt so easy to learn when he first came in. And I think the way he was teaching, it was so easy. And I could see other guys picking up on it. And then also just the way he was teaching the game, I could tell guys were going to get smarter being under him.
What about you, what binds you guys more than football? Outside of football, what brings you guys together? Obviously, your brothers, beyond those.
Oh, man, I mean, everything. Whether it be just chatting it up about football, whether it be video games, just hanging out together. I mean, we do everything together. So.
What'd you guys do together today? Besides practice football.
Sometimes just sitting in the locker room, just chopping it up, talking about life, talking about anything. Yes, sir.
Sonny, Coach Day talks about all the time about how you guys don't let distractions kind of throw you off. How do you guys do that? I mean, you always hear about there's so much going on around college-age kids in sports. How do you guys kind of filter all that stuff out?
Man, I think Coach Day is a great, awesome leader. So he helps guys stay locked in, and I think when you come here, you're the kind of person that's focused and you're intentional and wanting to achieve goals. And I mean, I think you got to be focused. You want to be the best in the world because there's a lot of great teams out there. There's a lot of great players out there, a lot of great coaches out there. So if you're not focused and you cut corners, somebody's gonna get you.
So does that mean limited social media?
I mean, I mean, to each.
Just have to know how to handle it.
Yeah, I think it's just some guys might do no social media. Some guys it doesn't really affect them. It just depends on who it is. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, I think we have a lot of goals ahead of us. Like we want to beat the team up north. Obviously, you want to get to Indy. No one's been to Indy. No one's beat the team up north. No one here has been a back-to-back national champion. So there's a lot of goals to achieve here, and obviously the big one that's coming up. But guys are just focused. We know there's a lot of other good teams out there. We know that, like I said, if you cut corners, somebody's going to get you. And they might not get you now, but they're going to get you later. They're a very physical team. I think their running back's really good. He runs the ball really hard. I think they got some very talented receivers on the outside. You see them throw the ball up, make some pretty crazy plays downfield. So they're an impressive team. Yeah, he's experienced. You see him kind of look to the field, come back, or look to the boundary, come back to the field, stuff like that, looking off the high safety. So he does a great job.
Last question. Change the positions and what you did. How happy are you now about that? How well did that go?
Yeah, super excited about it. I think I made the right decision. I think coming into college, I figured I was going to play linebacker eventually. I came in at about 6'4", 220, so I knew safety was only going to last for so long. But I'm super happy about it. I'm glad that I did play safety for my first 2 years. I think it helped me as a player. Yeah, I mean, I think it was awesome. I think at Notre Dame, he was a solid wide receiver, but I think I think he's happy he made the switch, and I think he's going to end up being an even better player for it.
Sonny, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Good.
You guys take it easy.
Appreciate it. We'll bring in. Where'd he go? Oh, Jay, there's Jay. Guys, we got Jaden Fielding, 20-yard line.
How's it going? Good. Good. I'm good.
Do you think you've gained trust, backing from Coach Day just in your recent performance makes from 45, 49?
Mhm.
What has it done for you?
It's definitely a confidence booster. It's good to see the ball go in. It's kind of like a shooter in basketball. When you start seeing the threes fall, they all seem to go in at some point. So, it's been good. I think Coach Day sees the body of work that I put in over the 4 years that I've been here. Been here a long time. Been kicking here for a long time. A lot of So it'll be a cool but sad day. National champions, and we want to go and we want to do it our own way. We had the guys last year; they were fantastic, great people, showed us how to do it. Now it's our turn to go win it as seniors again. So definitely more of a leadership role. I feel like guys look to me more because there's not as many of those vet guys. Big moments, they're looking at me. I need to go out there and do my job and show them that, hey, we can all do this together. This is a team game, and we're going to go win.
Out of left field, but you had this discussion with somebody. How would you feel if they moved the extra point kick back?
I think a lot more kickers would miss. That's kind of what you've seen in the league, but I don't think it would affect me as much. I think, those straight down the middle kicks are very easy for me. My percentage is really good in practice on those. So I don't think it would affect me as much as other people, but it would definitely make the games more interesting. No, I missed one against Purdue 2 years ago. So
Obviously, I mean, the game-winning kick against Notre Dame, national championship.
Mhm.
How big was that for your confidence heading into this one?
Huge. I think I spoke about it in the spring about how I felt 10 times more confident than I did the year previous in the spring, and that had a huge part to do with it because if I can do it there, there's nowhere, no place, nobody saying anything to me, no condition that will affect me to where I couldn't do that again.
You guys all seem very hungry. We've seen teams win national championships here. The next year, they're kind of hungry. But you guys seem very hungry.
Mhm.
Talk about being proud of that.
Mhm.
Being proud of that, but putting that behind you so good.
Yeah, it's partially, yeah, that's great. We did that, but that's not the end of our story. That's not who this senior class is. We want to write our own version of that story, and we want to be able to say that we did it twice. So we come in with that mindset every single day of work, job's not finished. Got to keep going. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot, man. Sometimes it's a lot of fun. Sometimes it's not. We played on this past Saturday. It was raining. It was windy. It was everything that November brings, right? You're playing in the Big Ten. So to be able to deal with that is huge. And that's what pregame warmups are for. You got to see what the wind's doing. You hit different kinds of balls each way and kind of trying to figure out how it affects it. So it's huge. The warmups, I'll take a longer time to warm up for those type of games usually, just so I can see how the wind and the rain and whatever it might be is affecting my ball flight. I got called into it by my sister. I was a big time soccer player, so I loved soccer. I always had the biggest leg on my team, so I would always take the deep free kicks and stuff like that. And I loved football, and my sister started doing it, and I was like, if she can do it, I can do it. So, why not? Kind of became a sibling rivalry thing and then took off from there.
Was she okay with you doing that? Was she mad that you did it?
I wouldn't say she was mad. I think she's saw, well, especially now she's seen how much work I put into it, and I think she's really proud of me. At least I would hope so. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I kind of tried to stay away from her at that point. I figured she'd probably be mad. No, she's 3 years older than me, so I wasn't competing on the same team, but you know how siblings are.
Thanks, Jade.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. What's that? All right, guys, Taiwan Malone, 20-yard line.
Folks, we have Taiwan Malone on the 20.
Oh, man, how you feeling? I know you missed the previous game where they played this past week. I know Coach said it was just awesome. How you feel health-wise?
I'm feeling amazing. Last week, well, the week before, it was a little test week. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure everything go good and stuff. Played in that game, and it just felt good being out there with my guys again.
You really stepped up this year, man. How do you feel like you're playing? How would you describe it?
I feel like I'm playing better than I ever played before. I'm just trusting the process, trusting the journey, and just keep playing, keep grinding, keep learning, and just keep executing.
I've asked the coaches about you over the past year, whether it's Larry or Ryan. asked about what's clicked for you, they said there was a moment like where you became just a football player instead of being a baseball and a football player. When was that moment for you? How did that change your approach to your craft here on the football field?
I pretty much say at the beginning of this year, after our front four left, we knew the younger guys had to step up. I knew for myself I had to step up into a bigger role and just getting with Coach Johnson and Coach Day, just talking about what do I need to do to improve and just focusing on what I needed to do for my team to get things done. So that's about it.
What's it going to be like to walk on senior day?
Oh man, that's a good question. I never got asked that question. It's gonna be a special moment, you know what I'm saying? Last guaranteed game in the shoe, with the packs out there, playing my home team in the shoe. It's gonna be one excitement moment for me and my family.
Lots of family in town.
Yeah.
More than usual, I would imagine.
Yeah, a lot of people trying to come down for that game, especially.
Like how many?
It's hard to count right now. For right now, I know at least about like seven or eight that's coming to support.
When you think about the decision that you made to come to Columbus, everything you wanted to get out of Ohio State, and then now here you are almost at the end of that road, was it everything you hoped it would be?
Yeah, it's everything I expected it to be. When I first came in, I had high hopes for myself playing right away, but obviously it didn't play out as I thought it would. But to me, I just thought it was the God's timing, and just keep learning, keep grinding from the people that was before me, and just taking from their game what I need to improve in my own game, and then everything else is history.
Hayden McDonald, describe the year he's having.
Man, K-Mac, man, he a special talent, man, special kind. I just say as long as he could just keep focused, keep grinding, keep being disciplined, just keep doing everything he need to be doing for our program and for him, he's going to be an outstanding player.
Will's Jr. stepping up as well as his backup. Where you seeing out of Will?
Man, Will just took another step in his game. He really bought into what Coach J been preaching to us D linemen as everybody needs to step up. It's never just one person, it's a whole unit, and he's just really buying in on what he got to do for the team.
How do you want your class to be remembered?
That's a good question too. A lot of words do come to mind, but just the one that come to mind is historical. You know what I'm saying? Coming back from a national championship with a whole bunch of new guys that we striving to do the same thing. So just something that I feel like we could do, and if we just kept being focused and just keep being disciplined, we're gonna get there.
You were obviously a part of that championship chase last year, but does it feel different now that you are a senior, you are a starter?
I'll pretty much say it feels different more now because I'm playing a lot more and I'm getting with the guys a lot more. So we building that chemistry on and off the field. So it's just a good experience, just be with the guys and just going out there, showcase our talents every week.
What does this team have in common with last year's team? Even though you all want your own banner, et cetera. What carried over that you can feel still?
Just the brotherhood, everybody coming together for one mission, one goal. Just what we talked about, and especially in the defense room, is just dominate. We just got to continue to be dominating, just continue to do what Coach Pete wants us to do. And, everybody buying in together for one unit.
And what is it like to be in a season that y'all focused as long as last year's season? You know what I mean? Just past the halfway point in some respects.
Man,
the bigger tests are coming. Go ahead.
We just taking it one game at a time, week by week, improving on what we need to do. We always preach it's always about us. It's not about the opponent we play. It's about how we, as ourselves, look at each other each week and the ways that we can improve each week.
One more question, folks. You mentioned earlier Rutgers being your hometown team. What's been the 5-year experience of, going from living in New Jersey to Mississippi to Ohio?
It's a lot of traveling, but I'm used to it. Being a baseball player and growing up and stuff, I always was used to traveling different states and seeing different areas. I pretty much say as long as I get down there and I can get the feel of the place I'm at, I make anything home. Everybody, when I was in Mississippi, everybody was wonderful. Everybody was great. I love the fan base down there, everything. And then as soon as I transferred over here, it was the same thing. So it's just home for me.
Which place has your favorite food?
Oh, favorite food? Ooh. I'm gonna have to go home. Jersey got some good food, but South do got some Southern food that's good too. Don't get me wrong. My homeboy Matt Jones down there, he took me to a lot of places over there to eat around the shop at. So it was all good.
YouTube, the video, the real famous video of you hitting that ridiculous home run. What park was that in?
Which one are you talking about?
It was the one that went out of sight. I mean, there was when we first came around, we were all replaying.
Yeah, I'm about to say I had too many home runs. You got to be a little more specific on that. Was it the one in the Major League Stadium?
No, it was like it didn't look like a Major League Stadium. It looked like a high school field somewhere.
Man, I don't remember. I just know I had so many growing in high school. I can't remember.
What about your home run at Mississippi? Where was that?
Oh, that was at home.
That was it. Yeah, we had the beer shower and all that. That was a cool experience, man. What I love the beer shower. That's one of the best traditions I ever been a part of, man.
All
Yeah.
right, thanks, Taiwan.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all, boys.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, have a great day Saturday. All right, folks, that's it for tonight. Hey, just looking ahead to Saturday, big game on Saturday at noon. And then for next week, we're planning on a typical week next week. So a Tuesday press conference, Wednesday post-practice